Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at the Iron Man mod. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I got an update a long time ago. Um, with all these little extra suits, they function a little differently than they did before, which is unfortunate. But before we get into the actual Iron Man suits, we're going to be looking at today's sponsor, and today's sponsor is it's me again. I'm going to reiterate this. I say this every episode. I am my own sponsor. If you could cash out me something, um, everything gets reinvested into the channel and into my college education. I do have a job, but it is not enough for me to live and do this as something that I would very much like to keep doing it because people enjoy my content and they like it when I make videos. But I can't do that consistently without a little bit of support. Um, so if you guys could, I would very much like you guys to donate to me, and don't worry, it doesn't get wasted. It will get um, put into bettering my specs in my computer and into getting a proper mic, a proper setup. Right now, I'm kneeled over a plastic bin recording this, so I would very much like um, to be able to have a proper experience, so I can give you guys a proper experience. And without further ado, now that this is gone, let's look at the Iron Man mod. All right. So we have Tony Stark, we have Mr. Rhodes, and we have these different Iron Man versions, right? So we have all these things. This mod is very well done. It's very cool, by the way. We'll put Rhodes over to the side here. I'll put this guy over to the side. We'll look at Stark first. Stark has two different suits. He has his tuxedo that he wears. He has his Infinity War jumpsuit that you see in Infinity War, and he has his glasses. This is just a cool look for Tony. It's just it's just nice. So we'll keep him as normal for now. For the first one we're going to be looking at is the Mark 1. You have to manually apply this suit. You cannot just give it to him. It doesn't just like come to him. Obviously, when he made this suit, in the movies, he was in a cave, and so because due to that fact, it wasn't made with anything else in mind other than keeping him safe and getting him out of where he was. And it stays true to the movie as it does not shoot repulsor rays, it shoots out excuse me, it shoots out fire. It's got a flamethrower in its arm. So we can do this. This is just the flamethrower. He's on fire. This is a lot more slow and painful than I would have liked to imagine it. It looks really agonizing. Let's get rid of him. And that's really all he has. He can fly. All of these suits do increase endurance. Um, so I can shoot him. Let's take a normal human. Let's take another Tony Stark as an example, and we'll shoot him in the head, and he dies. You shoot Tony in the suit in the head, and he lives. Even against a crazy shot like that, he does get a little hurt. He's internally bleeding, but let's remember this is the Mark 1. Not exactly the highest quality or strongest suit by a long shot. But still they all have around the same durability. Let's uh let's get this suit off of him. Let's revive him actually. The next suit I would like to showcase is what is the next Mark? The Mark 2. There we go. Still doesn't have the same functionality as being able to be called, but it's much more sleek. Still very true to the movies. It's sleeker. It can fly, it can hold it. It has the patented chest repulsor ray and the other little repulsor rays in his hands. Um, Still very similar durability. A lot of these changes are visual, so I'm not going to be going through them like super tediously. We're just going to be looking at them for a couple seconds until we get to something that's different or substantial about these suits. But as you can see, if you're a fan of the Iron Man movies, as I am, they're pretty true to the suits, pretty true to the movies. They look good, pretty well made, and they do what they're supposed to do. And depending on how lucky you get, you might be lucky enough to have him live this. Yeah, look at that. These suits have crazy durability. It genuinely does take a lot to actually. Oh, I stopped his heart by accident, but that wasn't due to the suit. That was just because of the force at which he was hit. If he didn't have the suit, this would have happened to him. That would have happened. But otherwise, pretty good suit, very well made. True to the movies. Nice suit. Let's go to a new one. And we'll use Rhodes for this next one. Next up, we'll look at the next. Actually, you know what? Let's give him the not the Iron Patriot, the War Machine. This is different, considering that this. Oh, that spoiled it. You do not call the suit to you. You go into the suit. That was supposed to be the whole build up there, but I guess I messed up. Um, Instead of having a repulsor ray, he has a machine gun on his head. And he cannot shoot himself with it. At least I don't think. Let's test that. He can, but it doesn't do anything. Okay. Wow, it's a big ass hitbox. Big ass head, damn. But yeah, he's got a machine gun on his head. And he does have repulsor. Oh wait, he doesn't. No, he has the shrapnel grenades, which are very dangerous for his own safety. As you can see. But he can fly. These are they're not subtle differences, but it is otherwise the same suit when you take away the fact that he doesn't have the repulsor ray. Honestly, it's not the same suit. It's pretty different. But machine gun and we have shrapnel grenades. But that's about it. In order to remove them, you actually have to click remove from suit. And because I crushed him right before he entered, he is damaged. However, usually the damage done to the outer part of the suit doesn't actually do anything to the man on the inside. So I can damage this suit all I want, unless I rip pieces of his body apart, he will be perfectly fine. So I can remove from suit. And the suit is not exactly fine, but it's good enough. And a funny thing about these suits, the ones that stand up on themselves, you can actually put them in Sentry mode, and you can toggle their helmets, so you can remove the mask of the suit. So if I put them inside of it, it should. Oh, I forgot I did that. I accidentally imploded the suit. But even then, he's perfectly fine. Nothing bad happened. No, it's fine. Can I put him? I can put him in, and that's his head. That's really funny. Removing from the suit. Well, we'll use a different suit as an example. The Iron Patriot. This is the exact same thing, but instead of shrapnel grenades, it has a gun. Oh, oh no. We'll use this as the example. We will toggle Sentry mode, and it will be able to act on its own and no longer feel like its own. No longer feel like a suit. It'll feel like there's somebody inside of it. This is just a nice little addition. Very cool. I somehow shot through the Iron Patriot and hit Rhodes in the leg. This is unfortunate for him, but that doesn't matter to me. So we'll put him in the suit, throw him around a bit. He gets a gun. Put him up against a normal human and see who wins. You know, I thought the guy had a chance. I really did. That's my fault. And let's go on to the next suit. We've got the Iron Man Mark V, built to replace the Mark IV after, I mean the Mark VI. I'm slow. Built to replace the Mark IV. Am I reading the Roman numerals wrong? 4. Does it say Mark 4? Why does it say Mark 6? After Stark created an improved arc reactor with higher energy output and a new element. This is after Tony Stark creates the element with the giant beam of light. Let's put it inside. It's the same as the other ones. I think the repulsors are slightly stronger than in the Mark II. But it is otherwise the exact same suit with the exact same functionalities um, as the other suits that I had just mentioned. That's unfortunate for Rhodes. We'll leave him there. He'll have a wonderful time until his heart and brain give out. Um, let's move on to the Mark 39, designed to specialize in suborbital space travel. It was part of the Iron Legion and was destroyed during the Clean Slate Protocol. Unfortunate, but this is true. Let's use a normal guy for this one, and we'll. He's sticking his ass out like that. It looks different, but is again functionally the same suit. It does all the same shit, same things. They are really durable though. Unfortunately for Rhodes, he has passed. Let's bring him back. He's not done suffering yet. We'll take him out the suit and we'll remove the suit. And we'll put him in the Mark 42. This one. This is probably my favorite suit. It's very funny. It allows him to call the suit. Very cool. I missed the Mark V. Damn it. Functionally, again, the same suit, but it's just really cool how he gets to call it. He can still toggle the mask. Where's toggle the mask? Oh my god, is this the one suit that you can't do it with? Oh, well, that's unfortunate. But here, watch this. I'll throw him really high up. And then when he starts falling, it'll be just like in the movies when he calls it and he's dying. And why is he moving so slow? This is not scripted and I'm not touching him. I don't know why it's... But yeah, no, the joke was that the tracking on these things is abysmal, which is the only bad thing about it. Oh, there we go. See, he would have, oh, he did die, never mind. Well, it's still really cool that you get to call the pieces individually. And that's really it. It's not the greatest. It's honestly pretty weak compared to the next suit that I'm going to show you. Or the next couple suits that I'll show you, but, yeah, aside from this one is probably, in terms of being in the movie, one of my favorites. This is from Iron Man 2. He uses this, Happy slides him his briefcase and he sticks his hand into it and it slowly suits him up out of his briefcase. That's awesome. But again, it's he hit himself with his chest. It is just it's the same suit. Same shit, different skin, honestly. But it's still really cool to just see. Nice homage to the Mark V. Give him some shades for this one. This next one is a real killer. This is the Mark 42. Bink. This is the wrong suit. This is the Mark 85. I was wondering why the number was so low. This, this is the Nanotech suit. Bing! It's very cool. Very interesting. I really like the suit because instead of calling the suit, it actually activates by clicking on his head. So you click on his head. If you throw him, also just as a side note, something that's very interesting is that even if the sprite hasn't finished loading or hasn't finished like appearing on his body, as soon as you click it, there's armor on his body. So if I take this gun and I shoot him, I pause it, the gun is shot, the gun has hair. We'll shoot the gun right here. And I will click this and he will be perfectly fine. The armor has already appeared on his body, and his body still functions as an Iron Man suit, even though the texture hasn't finished. I'm assuming that in creating this, it was more like I mean, the way it works is that it automatically gives him the abilities, but it when it gets turned on, it plays an animation to make it look the way it's supposed to, which is very cool. Just it's not like a bad thing. I'm not like shitting on it or anything. It's just a nice little, note, something that I noticed. Um, Again, other than this, it is basically the same suit. There is a difference though. You can activate a repulsor cannon, which is a giant ass cannon, which is way stronger. Just listen to the difference. Honestly, just look at the difference. There's this. That was strong, right? But then there's this. Big difference. I didn't even hit him in the chest and yeah, that's crazy. Um, but again, other than that, it's basically the same suit. I really enjoy this suit. It's one of my favorites. It's really good. And the Superior Iron Man suit, this is from the comics. I'm not as familiar with this, but I do know where it's from. Um, or not from the comics. I say that like there's like one single continuum. It's from one of the comics. And this is the Superior Iron Man suit. This is when it's the same thing. It is not the same thing as this suit here, but the way it functions here is the exact same. But instead, I'll showcase the nano blade. It just makes his arm into a giant sword, so he'll stab you. And he's like, "I'm superior, Iron Man. Oh, I'm so much better than you. Oh, I'm so much better. Oh, so much stronger. I am better. I am better." But yeah, that's basically the suit. I just killed myself. And the big guns. We're here. This is the Hulkbuster. This is why a lot of people, honestly, nobody's here because they know who I am. They're here because they saw Iron Man in the thumbnail. Um, Hulkbuster. He doesn't just shoot out a single beam. He shoots out a giant, insanely powerful laser. He can fly. Among other things, activate chest to fly, activate arms to toggle lasers, and right-click arms for fist options. And right-click upper body to toggle helmet. Toggle helmet. Toggle helmet. There we go. Now you can see him, and he is so tiny. He's such a little guy. Let's see what the fist does. Toggle fist. So now he can still do that, but what happens is he can punch shit, and it'll send them really far. If I put him up, and I punch him. See that? He, yeah, he's really strong. Oh my god. And we do have the Hulk here, but this Hulk is from a separate mod, not made by the same person, and he is literally completely invincible while in this form. So it doesn't matter what happens, as he is physically incapable of dying. He doesn't burn to death, and anytime his body dies, it gets immediately replaced with the same piece. So it doesn't mean anything, but it's still cool. And he also has this giant laser beam, like I said before, and he can fly. And that is the Iron Man mod. Let me know if you want any experiments to do with this, if you want me to compare anything, or see how any of these characters from Human Series Reforged or any other mod interacts with the Iron Man suits and the way they work. It's really cool. It's extremely interesting, and he's gonna die. Oh, he's not. No collision. There we go. There's the collision. Happy birthday, Tony Stark. But yeah, that's it. That's all there'll be for today. I enjoyed making this video. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and throw me a like and potentially support me a bit. I have my Cash App in the description. See you.